Hey everyone, hello friends, hello new subscribers. Um, it's been a very quiet and strange last couple days here in Los Angeles. It's funny how, well, not funny, it's just interesting how the state of panic went into the air, right? State of panic went into the air. uh, it wasn't that catastrophic of movement. There wasn't destruction at all. There were no fatalities or any personal injuries reported. So, what's quite fascinating, as I like to say to everyone, is that we exaggerate so much in Los Angeles because it just shows how proof the blind and the sheep and the unawakened, et cetera, et cetera. It just shows how sensitive and how I don't know the word I'm trying to say, but you guys get it, right? It's like we haven't had any issues or problems like on that level of cataclysm or whatever, and just the shaking that hasn't destroyed anything or any structure or whatever has everyone like in a state of panic. So what happens when things start descending from the sky and then volcanoes start coming out of the ground? I'm just saying. Or when big waves are taking over major downtown cities. It's like, in a sense, I was sharing with someone today, a good friend Naya, and I was saying that and she agrees with me, and she's been giving me updates too, because she's from another part of the world. She was just saying, well, we were both saying this morning that we've all been prepared for this. We've been trained for this for what, 7 years now, since 2012. We've been in training. We've been equipped and prepared. So I think because of all the things that happen and I don't know, I was looking up because it was in Death Valley that sparked the interest to me. Ridgecrest, I was looking that up too, and how the meaning came about for both of the two. Ridgecrest, if you guys don't know, it's also known as the edge. The edge of something. And I'm trying to put these earthquakes together because there's a message. Because there was that one off of New Zealand, and it meant port, which was the edge as well. Now you have Ridgecrest, which also means the edge as well. The edge of something high. High rise, or hanging off of the edge. It was 2 times that Ridgecrest was hit, but the two did not feel the same. The earthquake Thursday, well, I didn't feel the one Thursday, but how everyone explained it, to me, it did not seem like it was the same earthquake. You know what I mean? Sorry for the rumbling. What's it called? It's just interesting, and I'm driving over this bridge that I always been seeing, and I always just kind of think of it as like, was this really a bridge like for new highways, or I don't know. There's just a lot of different things that I think people don't look past. It's almost like the marine layer, the thick layer of clouds. People don't want to look above that, or look past that. But the earthquake yesterday, it did put me in a personal state of panic because it was long and it went on I think that was almost 2 minutes of motion from beginning to end. Rather, it was strong at the climax and then descending. But if that was a 7.1 with no damage, and that wasn't San Andreas' fault, I'm nervous of how the big one is going to come about. And in my residence, I do feel like the big one is going to be, I don't want to say it out loud, but it just feels like the two back-to-back were leading up to something. You know, because luck comes in threes, right? But to continue this dialogue, I also was looking up Death Valley, and it was, I think how I got its name was, there were some explorers in the area, and I guess they got lost, and of all the explorers, I think they said there were 7, the 8th one died, or there was only 1 death out of it, and so the rest of the people felt like this was going to be their grave, their graveyard, their end. And I was like, that's weird and interesting, because Death Valley isn't that long, but it's a mountain range that goes on and on and on. So you have Ridgecrest, you have Death Valley, which is at the bottom of Ridgecrest. So what are we at the edge of? I have the edge of time. I just been playing around with a lot of stuff, but my guides, sorry if there's rumbling, I'm gonna take you guys off my dash cam. My guides were sharing something with me, and I wanted you guys to take a look at the link. I put it in my description box below, and the word I got was Holadu, Holadu, or Holadu, Holadu. I was like, holla! But when I looked up the wording, the only thing that stood out was a commercial for a video game. And it kind of shows you guys basically what is in the works. Like the little video that you guys will see, it just shows you exactly what is coming up. And this is actually what a lot of the channelers had mentioned about if there ever was like a major catastrophe or a cataclysm or a global reset, that our star family would come in to usher in and help us. So I'm actually not in fear anymore. Like I woke up like, I'm fine. And there's like this little walkway that, this little bridgeway that you see me driving on, and you see like a little hill in the foreground. So that whole hill you see, that's my other job location. But I thought, oh, well, if I need to evacuate, I just go to my private hiking site, and I could just seek refuge there. But then I'm thinking to myself, why are you trying to run from where your home is, your sanctuary, your safeguard, your channeled message? Like, I've already built refuge in my own home, and that refuge, yeah, it does